Paddles and rails for hip external rotation. So for this one, we're going to be in a seated position, so like a cross-legged position. And if this one doesn't work for you in your body, make sure you let me know. We'll find a different setup for you. So I'm going to be here. I'm going to bring my left shin, and usually in cross-legged position, we kind of have this tucked in a little bit. I'm trying to make it sort of more parallel. It doesn't have to be perfectly parallel, but that's kind of what I'm aiming for here. So get to your whatever position you can get into there. And then from there, I'm going to bring the right ankle on top of the left thigh and allow that hip to sink down. Now, if your hip's all the way up here, that's okay. You can still do this from here, but you might want to bring something underneath, maybe a yoga block underneath the right knee, like so. So, to get into our stretch here, what I'm going to do is, so this is my right foot here, and rather than turning towards the knee, I'm going to turn my chest and body towards the right. And then rather than just sinking straight down, I'm thinking about aiming my chest sort of forward in this direction. Sort of forward here. And if you get a better stretch by kind of sinking down, you can. But I find a better stretch by sinking my chest sort of almost like 45 degrees forward on that angle. And then you can play here. Either the chest is right straight over the foot. You might find a better stretch here. You might find a better stretch out here. You can play with those different angles. Your hip is obviously different to my hip. So in order to do our paddles and rails here, we've held our stretch. We hang out here for 2 minutes in our stretch, as always. Just hanging out here, nice, slow breathing. From there, when we're ready to do our paddles and rails, the paddles action for this one is going to try and internally rotate the hip. So this shin, what I'm thinking about doing is driving my ankle down into this thigh here, trying to drive it through the ground in this direction. So if I wasn't stuck in place, I'd be here and I'd be trying to make this action of the hip, but I'm stuck. Obviously, there's not going to be any actual movement here. The rails action is the opposite. So rather than driving the shin down and through, I'm going to be thinking about trying to squeeze the outside of my hip down towards my glutes. And I'm trying to lift the ankle off in this direction. Of course, it's not going to actually move anywhere. We're just looking for that isometric contraction. So paddles, I take a breath in, I brace, I create some contractions within my body, and I start driving again that shin down and try and drive it through the ground. And we're looking for contractions still on the outside of the hip, but more on the inside of that little bony bit on the outside of the hip. So that's our paddles, 20% intensity. We ramp up 40, we ramp up to 60, whatever's on your program. Say we get to 80% intensity, and we maintain that for 20 seconds, driving down through the ground and through the thigh. And then we reverse directions and we hit that same intensity, exactly the same. Say we got up to 80%, we go 80% immediately, and then we reverse directions. And now I'm trying to bring this ankle and shin off of my thigh. It's not going to go anywhere. Trying to bring it in this direction, squeezing outside of hip, and we're looking for contraction down into the glutes for that one. So obviously this is a fairly deeply externally rotated position of the hips. So if you don't find that, or if you get any kind of knee stuff in there at all, just tell me straight away and we'll find a different spot for you. Good luck with this one.